If your calendar is full, but you still feel behind, tired, or even low key resentful of your time, this isn't about discipline or time management. It's about how your life is structured. Today, I want to introduce you to something I call calendar triage, a simple but powerful way to look at your schedule and decide what actually belongs there in this season of your life. Because your calendar is not just a list of plans, it's a map of your priorities, your capacity, and your boundaries. Calendar triage is the practice of intentionally reviewing your commitments and deciding what needs to be canceled, delegated, or even delayed. Think of the medical field. There's a thing called medical triage. Not everything gets addressed at once, right? Some things are urgent and some things can wait. Then there are things that probably just should never have been there in the first place. Most of us treat our calendars as a fixed thing, but your calendar should actually be responsive to your energy, your values, and your real life, not just your responsibilities. Here's why calendar triage feels uncomfortable to us high functioning women. You're reliable, you follow through, and you've built a life where people can count on you. And over time, your calendar fills up not because of things are important, but because you're capable. Your capacity gets mistaken for availability. And many of the things that drain you aren't bad, they're just misaligned with who you are now or misaligned with the energy you actually have. So here is my 4-step process for the calendar triage. Step 1, you're going to review without judgment. Start by looking at your calendar for just the upcoming week or even for the month. Not to criticize yourself and not to panic, but just to simply observe, see what's there. And ask yourself, where is my time actually going? And what takes more from me than it gives back? And step 2, I want you to notice what drains you and why. Now, this step is about being honest with yourself. So when something feels heavy, ask yourself why. Is it the task itself? Or is it the obligation, the guilt, or the fear of disappointing someone? This is where awareness matters more than the action. And then in step 3, I want you to decide what can change. So for each draining commitment, 3 simple questions. Can this be canceled? Can it be delegated? Can it be delayed? Now, you're not trying to fix everything. Even removing 1 or 2 things can create noticeable relief in your body and your mind. And then the last step, step 4, protect the space that you create. This part is critical. When you create space, please don't rush to fill it up, okay? Let it exist. That space is where clarity returns. That's where rest, focus, and intentional choices become possible again. I want you to pause for a moment and think about this. If you remove just 30% of what's currently on your calendar, what might be possible? Could it be more rest, more focus, more room to breathe? Calendar triage helps you see where your time is leaking. But time is only one system of your life. And that's why I created the personal life evaluation assessment. The assessment looks at your life across 8 key areas so that you can see where support is missing, not just in your schedule, but in your health, your finances, your environment, even in your relationships. So, if the calendar triage resonated with you, the assessment is the natural next step. It gives you clarity instead of guesswork. You don't need better planner. You don't need a better planner. You just need better alignment. So start with the calendar. Be honest about what no longer fits. And if you want deeper clarity, you'll find the link to the assessment below, and it is also in the blog. And I'll see you on the next video.
You've been listening to Daily Wellness Everyday Living. If this reminder supported you today, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next guide. For more reflections and resources, head to digitalwellnessjournal.com. And remember, your daily wellness isn't something extra, it's how you live every day.